Hi, I'm Casey Smith. Recently on Nevada Week, we had Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman and Oscar Goodman on the show talking about education. Let's take a look. So the city has dedicated a lot of resources towards improving education, instituting Safe Key in the public schools, things like that. How's the city's relationship with the public school system? And it's been about 20 years. And is it difficult or easy to collaborate with such a large institution? Because the Clark County School District is huge.
Well, you know, for us at the city, we are so proud of all the people that work in Safe Key before and after school programs. We now have preschool, but we always are working with the Clark County School District and everything that we're trying to do to give our people who live here and put their children in the schools a better opportunity for their children. With that said, as you know, in the Clark County School District, we keep having a change in personnel, and we have a brand new, wonderful man who's come in. In fact, I've met with him, Jesus Jara, who's now going to be running, but of course he works with the Board of Regents, and so he was got his position with a 4-3 vote, which gives him a real challenge. How do I get all 7 people working with me so I can make this a strong transition? We have a lot to do, and we need the legislative body behind us, putting money with the right place, which is you pay for the best teachers, you'll get them. We put money in this entire country in the wrong pockets, and it really needs to go to the future of our community.
Oscar. Did you mean to say with the Board of Regents or with the school district?
Board of Trustees?
Yes.
Is what I don't know what I said.
Yeah, you said Board of Regents.
Yeah.
It's the school
Board
district.
of Trustees, right.
But it doesn't matter what you said, because from my position, okay, I think that the mayor should be responsible for the school system. I think the mayor should be responsible for a lot more things than the mayor is responsible for under the law, because around this place you don't know who is accountable for what's taking place. There's no one to point a finger at. If you know a school district is under the aegis of a mayor and the school district isn't working properly, then you punish the mayor at the next election. But Carolyn, on her own, has really taken the city to a different place to try to supplement and to augment what the school district is unable to do. But I think ultimate responsibility should be in the hands of the mayor.
Well, Strong Start Academies is an excellent example, correct?
Yes. I mean, we really are working. Education begins at the beginning, and that's what we're trying to do in everything we're doing. And of course, even back in the 70s, you could see what was going to happen in this town. And in order to take advantage of it, I started a school. From a blank sheet of paper, and
the Meadow School.
Right. It's in different hands and has been now for the past 8-9 years. But the reality of what we had was taking children who wanted to learn and having somebody behind that child. It could be a guardian, it could be an uncle, but somebody who was going to be there for that child during the learning process. And then having a responsible, behaviorally developmental process of educating the child, and then giving that child opportunities for extracurricular involvement, but to learn about respecting other people, putting in the basics of humanity for these children. And so it became extremely successful. And at the same time, we had this explosive growth here. So instead of putting money in the teacher's pocketbook, it went into buildings, and buildings don't teach, and busing doesn't teach. And it needs total reorganization. And my stupidity, I thought, well, if I show them a 501c3 program with not taking a salary ever and not owning it, just building it because I knew what needed to be there, that this would be a great role model for the district. It didn't happen because it just became explosive growth and not concentrating on how learning takes place, which is with the individual teacher.
And you know what's amazing? When we came out here in 1964, and this is a fact, the Clark County School District was ranked number 2 in the United States of America as far as education is concerned. And now we're
50.
We're
49, 50. But hopefully Mr.
Number 2.
Jarrow will do a great job.
Winnetka was number 1 outside Chicago. And Las Vegas, Nevada was number 2. And now look at us.
And New Trier still in Winnetka still stays right up at the top as far as a great educational program.
How can we catch up with the growth that we've experienced since, before 1990, but that's when it really took off? How can the schools specifically catch up?
You know, it does take a real hard commitment to start with the basics. What's the purpose of the Clark County School District? And how do we move through this? It's Oscar's comment about everybody's so negative and ready to fight. And I don't care what you're saying, I'm against it. And so it's pulling people together that genuinely want to make sure, put everything aside, let's look at the basics of what we're trying, and then let's build. And who and how does one learn? And of course, family structure is huge, and that's happened. There's been huge changes there. But it begins, you can put a superior teacher in a closet with 40 children, and the parent would have to drag their child away because they want to stay with the person that's taking them to new ideas, new thoughts, new concepts of what they can happen. And you can have a mediocre or poor teacher at the Taj Mahal, and you'd have to drag your child there. It starts and ends with the teacher and what happens with that person. And we pay them. You can't even get a babysitter today for what we pay in the Clark County School District to our teachers. It's appalling. You cannot educate a child for $5,700 a year. You cannot do that. Minimal, probably $10,000 a year if you want to have it. But we're spending money in so many places, and everybody puts a Band-Aid on something to sell to the public, and unfortunately, because they haven't walked the shoes, they buy it. And you have to understand and put people in anything, whatever the job is, put people, train them, but have people who are really knowledgeable and professional in looking at it. And we've got to take this right down to basic. Right now, we're just going to keep Band-Aiding. And it's going to be a very challenging, but we need to do it and get it started right now. And the problem is our legislature only meets every other year. Like most states, it meets every year. So, and then every other year, you've got a whole new bunch of legislators. So they're trying to find where their committee room is, much less worry about the school district. So there are issues here, and if you're committed, and I can feel him breathing.
Coming.
Go
Yep.
ahead.
Well, see, I told you.
I was just going to say,
The school district has to be under the aegis of the mayor.